Good morning, Newman Smith. I'm Dr. Jimenez, the proud principal of Newman Smith High School, where our mission is to graduate all scholars to be college, career, or military ready without remediation. My guest today is Jake from Allstate. I'm just kidding. It's character day for Red Ribbon Week, and my guest, also a regular on the news, Jacob Von Tress. Jacob, take it away.
Thanks, Dr. J. Like she said, I am Jacob Von Tress, and today I'm here to talk a little bit more about Red Ribbon Week. It's kind of fitting because my shirt is very red, so yeah, that's pretty cool. So today I'm going to be talking about marijuana. Now, marijuana is a drug that is extremely destructive among the lives of everyone, particularly teenagers. It's proven to be psychologically addictive, which means it's not just something that you crave physically, but it gets in your head, and that's even worse. It's a stimulant drug, even though a lot of people think it's a depressive drug, which means it speeds up your heart rate and your blood pressure, and that can cause really bad problems for your health down the line. Also, it contains 3 times more tar than tobacco, which already has a lot in there, and so it's terrible for you. And lastly, vaping THC is a felony, so although it may not seem like that big of a deal, it really is. And so I really encourage you guys to stay away from marijuana and all other drugs, because if you do that, then you will be much better off down the line.
So, Jake from Allstate, or Jacob, did you know that the pathways in your brain, in the adolescent years, your brain does what's called pruning and paving. Good grief, I need more coffee this morning. Pruning and paving. And that only happens 2 times in your life cycle. Once when you're a toddler and once when you're an adolescent. Well, pruning and paving is really important because that's how you get your deep ingrained learning. So for example, the first time that the brain prunes and paves is as a toddler and when you learn your ABCs. Many of us to this day can say our ABCs without even thinking. Well, that is because when that pathway was paved in your brain, something called a myelin sheath came along and laid over that pathway, almost like a concrete, to make the road really smooth so that you would memorize that forever. Well, as a matter of fact, thanks to a place that I dearly love, the Center for Brain Health near Love Field, I learned that the teenage brain, in that pruning and paving, if you were to actually do marijuana, your brain would not be able to lay that concrete, that myelin sheath down so that you could remember things. It's kind of why we see all these movies of grown-ups who can't remember anything because they were addicted to marijuana as a teenager. And they seem kind of dazed and confused. Well, that's why. The myelin sheath can't lay down. So if there's anything, scholars, that you take away from this, the most dangerous drug you could do during your teen years probably is marijuana because of your brain development. So, but that's just my opinion. Thank you for being on our news, Jake. We have another guest on our news. If I could get you to switch out with Maci.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.
So, Maci, I'm so glad you're on the news today. And I want to ask you a question. So, do you know why you're here?
I'm guessing I'm here because of my organization I started.
Yes. Okay, so tell us a little bit about the organization that you started called Black Girls United.
Okay, guys, so Black Girls United is dedicated to uplifting and empowering young Black girls at Newman Smith High School, educating them on issues that don't affect themselves and giving them a safe place to express their opinion without people assuming who we are and degrading our intelligence.
So I also heard about your idea to do for other people called a blessing bag.
Yes, ma'am.
Could you tell us a little bit about the blessing bag?
Okay, so the blessing bags, we will be collecting specific things that the women's shelter need each month. This month we'll be collecting toothpaste and toothbrushes. If you want to donate, you can drop them off here in the office or you can bring them to Miss McDowell's room. So basically, we're going to put blessing bags together and give them out during a Women's Month in March.
Oh, I love it. So Maci, this coin is for you and for your outstanding achievement in starting such a great movement that will help not just our young African American girls on campus, but really will help tons of women everywhere. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. J.
All right, well, game tomorrow night. We're against Turner with the visitor side. Please don't forget the clear bag policy. Also today, on this Thursday, we have an advisory about student execs. So please be paying close attention in our Thursday advisory today. All right, well, we love you. We think you're great. Remember, character counts, and let's make it a great day or not. The choice is yours.